We all experience being broke at some point in our lives, whether it's due to low or no income or not having enough savings to cover future expenses. This can leave you feeling uncomfortable and unable to know what to say or do. It can also ruin your mood or even cause you to become depressed. To find out why most people are broke, here are just a few of the things draining our bank accounts. Number 1. You try to appear wealthy. Most people are broke because they won't live on less than they earn. If a person makes $100 per hour and works 40 hours per week at that job, they wouldn't be able to live on more than what $100 per hour can produce. The same is true for someone making $10 per hour if they work 40 hours per week at their job. However, they would only be able to live on $9 per hour when you try to appear wealthy. You see an iPhone 14 for sale for $2,000. You have the money in your bank and you make the transaction thinking you've traded off $2,000 for a phone, when in fact, you've just traded off your time and hours worked. Assuming you make $2,000 per month and work 22 days a month for 8 hours, your total hours worked would be 22 times 8 or 176, and $2,000 divided by 176 equals $5 per hour, which is your hourly wage. What if you spent $100 on a cheap techno phone with decent features? Yes, the iPhone 14 has much better features than techno, but when you can compare it to working 50 days to get an iPhone just for those extra features and good camera, is it worth it? You have to work a whopping 50 days for 8 hours to afford those extra features and a good camera. The objective is to be rich, not to seem rich. Look broke, be rich. Therefore, there should be no Gucci belt, Armani suit, D&G shoes, Rolex watch, attractive attire, and not a single piece of jewelry. Now, do you think you can handle that? Number 2. Fear has control over you. Fear causes you to lose trust and keep saying no, and it will steal your money like lightning from a clear sky, while jubilant crowds dance in celebration of your accomplishment and mock you for failing. We all need courage to move forward in life, and no one can demonstrate this more powerfully than a marathon runner or a basketball player who dunked the ball. However, what gives these people the ability to overcome fear? If you want to avoid fear and succeed in life, you must begin thinking about altering your perspective on fear and permanently overcoming it. Number 3. Lucky financial objectives. The wealthy people around us are dreamers who want to become the next Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, or Warren Buffett millionaires with the nerve to create businesses that dominate their field. And that's admirable. You probably don't have millions in your bank account, but you want it. You want to be rich. It helps you set financial goals for yourself and make them realistic. Are you willing to make $1 million from just starting from zero? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. I promise I won't spam you. But if you don't have significant financial habits like these individuals, you might want to work hard for a while, similar to the time it took Beethoven to write a symphony, and then quit your job when it looks like you'll never earn $1 million or end up broke. Number 4. Playing the lottery. If you believe that participating in the lottery is a smart option, then you must think again. The odds of winning a near lifetime payout or the $1 million top prize are about 6%. And if you play for just 1 year, you have virtually no chance of winning any jackpot. Playing games of chance, such as slots and etc., won't help either, as a 20 per week bet won't help as well. If you play for just 1 year, you have virtually no chance of winning any. Are you squandering away your hard-earned money on lottery tickets? If you want to make better financial decisions for your future, then put that money to better use by starting a Roth IRA with it. The lottery habit adds up to a loss of $1,040 every year. The principle behind the Roth IRA is that after the account has been open for a period of 5 years, you are exempt from paying taxes on any distributions made from it. In addition, you have the opportunity to make investments that may be beneficial. If you don't want to stay broke for the rest of your life, then follow these steps you can find here. Number 5. You have terrible habits. It's common knowledge that you are what you eat, but the same principle can also be applied to your financial situation. For example, it's one thing to indulge in vices like drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, and eating a Taco Bell. But what about those other items that deplete the funds in your checking account without providing you with anything that remotely resembles an enjoyable experience when you stop and think about it? If you're using your finances to keep bad habits going, you need to stop spending money on smoking, drinking, and drugs because they don't build wealth. Rather, they destroy it. Likewise, not taking care of yourself physically and emotionally by getting proper rest and nutrition also destroys wealth. There are many ways to make money rather than giving up those vices. Bad habits like these can be downright depressing, and it's definitely not a good activity to have for your budget. Number 6. Your mindset and attitude toward your finances will affect the outcome of your financial situation. You have limiting beliefs about life and money. There is an old saying that goes, if you don't have money, you don't have anything. If you want something, you have to ask for it. Broke people think that life happens to them, while rich people make things happen. Broke people think that money doesn't matter, and rich people value money. However, this is not entirely true. Your mindset and attitude toward your finances will determine the outcome. Money tends to pour into your life as soon as it is acquired by various ways. To stay in the game, you need a good mindset. If you don't feel you can achieve, there is no way that you will instantly change your attitude and become successful. If you let yourself down, you'll feel like a failure. But thinking optimistically when the going gets difficult helps to have a correct attitude and willpower. Take some deep breaths and get rid of negative ideas by thinking a little positively. Books will have a beneficial effect on you if you believe that your attitude is the reason why you were broke, and if that is the case, then you should read them. The book by Norman Vincent Peale, titled The Power of Positive Thinking, tells the story of Peale's life and how he became the best-selling author and founder of the 52 Weeks for Christ movement. The book contains powerful insights on how to master your thoughts, leading to a happier and more fulfilling life. Norman Vincent Peale's book is one of the best-selling self-help books ever written. Napoleon Hill, one of the most well-known personal development authors and motivational speakers in history, shared the success principles he discovered after studying more than 500 of history's most successful people for nearly 20 years, including Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and John D. Rockefeller. In his book titled Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude, it is based on the idea that you must first think clearly in order to succeed in any endeavor and love whatever you do. It will be one of the books you turn to time and time again when you want to put your life back into your own hands. And lastly, number 7. Debts. The truth is that we all fall into the trap of taking on too much debt or failing to save enough for emergencies, which ultimately results in financial problems down the road. As a reward for sticking with me to the end, here is a bonus for you. Only plan a budget. Being broke is something that I'm sure people do not dream about, but too often it happens to people without them realizing how their assumptions about their circumstances were unfounded until it is too late. The most important thing you can do to avoid becoming bankrupt is to set your budget. Being financially independent is one of the most important goals in life. If you want to retire early, save money. And to be able to do that, take note of all these things we have mentioned in this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.